Escaping the chaos when shit gets bad. Tips and tricks to survive. Okay guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Kelly and this is my channel, Patriot Prepper. If you're new to the channel, on here we talk about everything about prepping and survival. Today on the channel we're talking about escaping the chaos when shit gets bad, or maybe another term that you've heard, bugging out. But in this video we're talking about somewhere other than being at your home when shit gets bad, and you'll need to leave quickly and make it back home or to a safe place. So the scenario is that you and your family are out doing some shopping at your local Walmart. Your wife just brought your young daughter to the restroom and you're waiting for them outside the restroom when all of a sudden gunshots rang out inside the store. From the sound of it, it appears there's multiple shooters in different areas of the store. Now you are carrying your everyday carry, and in this video we'll say a Glock 19 with 15 rounds, but didn't bring an extra mag. What would you do and why? So the scenario I just explained to you could happen. The difference of the outcome is how quickly you respond and what actions you take. So as I go through this scenario, I want y'all to follow behind me and comment if y'all would have did something different. And the reason why I'm asking y'all to do this is because at this channel, I do try to ensure that all information I put out is correct and best for overall survival, and saying that I might not always be right or have the best answers. So it's y'all, my viewers, that comment and help people watching this video learn. That's what's going to make this channel great. So first of all, I would quickly get my wife and daughter and explain to them as quickly as possible the current situation and that there are at least 2 gunmen in the store shooting. It sounds like they're in different areas of the store. We're going to stay quiet and move with a purpose. We'll be using the back fire exit that is closest to us, roughly 75 foot away. Before moving, I would perform a press check on the Glock to ensure that there's a round chambered. Then we'd move quickly, paying attention to our surroundings, ensuring the gunman didn't see us as we make our way to the exit. Just as we get to the exit, a gunman spots us while he's changing magazines in his weapon. The 2 choices is 1, exit through the door with your family, or 2, while he's changing out magazine, quickly take him out to eliminate him shooting anyone else. So those 2 choices, I would choose to take out the bad guy as long as I knew my family was safe and to stop him from hurting anyone else. After exiting Walmart through the back, gunshots can still be heard, followed by 2 explosions, rattling the Walmart building, indicating that some type of explosives was set off inside. All right, before we continue on with the scenario, let's go over a few tips. Tip number 1. If you're out with your family, it's best to stick together, or at least know where they're at all times. And if y'all do get separated, where y'all going to meet up. Tip number 2. If you do EDC, or everyday carry, you should not have to perform a press check. You should know if your weapon is loaded or unloaded. I would recommend keeping your firearm loaded and ready because you never know when you might need it. Tip 3. Never try to be a hero, especially when you have your family with you. Now, I'm not saying don't try to stop the bad guy or bad guys or help people, but don't go put your family or yourself in unneeded danger when you can easily escape. Tip number 4. Always know your alternative escape routes, whether this be at your local Walmart, restaurant, gas station, mall, anything like that. Always know your alternative escape routes. And tip number 5, always be aware of your surroundings. Situational awareness can and will save your life if you do it properly. This means paying attention to the people around you. Typically, if someone is planning on doing something shady or bad, more than likely they're going to be acting nervous or edgy. By paying attention to their body language and knowing how to read it, you can act on it and save lives. All right, continuing on with the scenario. So you and your family are safe outside the back of the Walmart, and you heard some explosions come from inside Walmart. So now we have a decision to make. Do you go back in and help others escape, or do you get your family to the vehicle? So just as you told your wife and daughter to head to the truck that you was going back in to help others, other explosions can be heard from coming down the street. So what is this telling you? I am thinking now that this is not an isolated event and it could be some type of terrorist attack. You need to get your family to the vehicle where it's safe and come up with an escape route outside of town. All right, guys, let's go over some more tips. Tip number 6, remember, you only have one weapon to protect y'all. Don't leave your family without a weapon or a way to protect themselves. You don't know what's going on in the front parking lot. Again, stay together. Tip number 7, the more intel you gather, the better decisions you're able to make. So before you heard the explosions, you're ready to go back in there and help other people. Which, don't get me wrong, helping other people is a good thing. But it always depends on the situation. Remember, you're not Superman. Tip number 8, I'll recommend another spare magazine. One magazine should be enough to put down one bad guy, but what if you have multiple? This is where you're going to want to reload. Not to mention, during high stress situations like this, you're not going to be shooting as good as if you was at your gun range or back home shooting stationary targets and targets that don't shoot back. Tip number 9, do you have a backup firearm in your vehicle, or what we call a truck gun? If not, why not? Having additional weapons in your vehicle gives you the availability of arming another family member and just having additional firepower that you may need to escape, a city or town. Tip number 10, call the police, but only when it's safe to do so. So I'm pretty sure during a scenario like this, the police have already been alerted of the situation, but another reason why you'd want to call is for intel. So the police dispatch is going to be very busy during this time, but you can quickly get intel by finding out what other locations to avoid, giving you info on what parts of this town or the city to avoid. Okay, guys, remember, this is just something for us to build on and learn from. If y'all have any different tips or ideas, please comment and share with others. Also, if you have any personal experience with something like this, as far as maybe an isolated shooting or something similar, please share, or you can always email me. My email is patriotprepper82@gmail.com. Just if y'all do email me, let me know if y'all want me to share it or not. And again, email patriotprepper82@gmail.com. All right, back with the scenario. So you and your family leave the parking lot of Walmart and is heading out of town to make it back home. As you're driving, you spot several businesses burning and traffic is going crazy. Bumper to bumper now is almost to a standstill due to a car wreck a half a mile up the road. And then another explosion happens off to your front left, right? The explosion rocks your truck. You quickly turn to the other lane and head the opposite way. You want to make it out of town and head home, right? All right, so some more tips on this. Tip 11. So typically for most people, driving is the most dangerous thing we do on a daily basis. So it makes sense to have a medical kit in your truck. During this scenario, if you or one of your family members had got injured, we can now treat it in the truck, right? Stop the bleeding or what have you. Tip 12. When performing your escape, try to use the back roads to get out of the town or city back to your house. Most of the time, back roads is going to be your safer route during this situation due to less traffic and no traffic jams. Remember, during a situation like this, you want to keep moving and get home quickly as possible. Tip 13. Quickly as you can, you want to inform your loved ones and friends about the situation so they don't end up in the same situation. They will thank you for this, believe me. So that's going to be it for this video, y'all. I hope y'all like it, maybe took away some things. Please, if you like the video, please like it, subscribe, comment. Thanks again. Y'all be safe out there. And remember, those who prepare today survive tomorrow. Patriot Prepper out. They call me a